Well, of the 13 deceased hostages still captive in Gaza, one family has been waiting 11 years to give their loved one a proper burial. Family of Lieutenant Hadar Goldin, who fell in 2014 during Operation Protective Edge. We're joined now by Hadar's brother, Hemi. And Hemi, it has been more than 2 weeks since the ceasefire went into effect, and there was a promise that all of the living and deceased would be promptly returned. But that has not been the case. I'm curious how the Goldin family, how your family has been tackling each day that continues to drag on.
So first of all, thank you for having me. It's very important for the world to know what's going on here. A small correction, my brother wasn't killed during Operation Protective Edge. Operation Protective Edge ended by a ceasefire, also initiated and brokered by the United States and the UN. And just an hour after, Hamas broke the ceasefire, killed and kidnapped my brother. So it is an ongoing event ever since 2014. And I think that what we have now, and I have President Trump to thank for, is a precondition that we now see in Israel, and that's the return of all the hostages, including the fallen hostages, before going on to any other agreement or any other ceasefire, because even the last ceasefire was broken. So I think that what we are expecting now in Israel is to Hamas to acknowledge the fact that now the President of the United States has clearly said that you have 48 hours to finish and bring all 48 hostages that were in Gaza. And now we also fight to see that that happens, because when we have falling hostages, we can't go. I mean, the fact that Hamas and world terror is using people who've been killed as bargaining chips cannot be something that could be overlooked.
I mean, just by holding on to these fallen hostages, it's already a violation of the ceasefire. But do you believe that Israel is responding to these Hamas violations appropriately? Is there something more that you would like to see Israel do?
Well, I think that I do see the issue of hostages as a precondition for everything. I can see it as a precondition even if bad things happen in Manchester, when Jews are getting killed all around the world. The idea that terror has the final say cannot go on. So I think that what Israel is now doing is trying to see and respect President Trump and the United States and the agreement, and it has been respectful to those agreements. But there is a red line. I mean, I've had your previous talk. There is a very clear red line in humanitarian law, in fight against terror, and that's that no one is left behind. And I think that that's what Israel is going to do. And I hope to see President Trump, the United States, and I can also speak from here to the Jewish community, to Jews and non-Jews all around the world that want to see us living in a better place, to see that's done, so we can go, all of us, to sleep quietly. And I think that's what the Goldin family is fighting for.
What are your main fears right now? Because even with this support from the United States, with Israel monitoring all of the Hamas violations, still, it has been more than 2 weeks since this ceasefire and since this promise was put in place. Are you hopeful or are you fearful?
The thing I fear most is to fear Hamas. The thing I fear most is to fear terror. And I think that that's something that President Trump, and I think that here in Israel and people around the world are trying to see. We have 13 falling hostages in Gaza, and they need to be back. So to speak about fear with everything that has happened in Israel, I've been down the stairs with my children during an Iran attack. I lost my brother. I've had going from funerals to funerals, But the thing I fear most is to fear Hamas. And I think that we should all unite globally to see that the fallen hostages are back. That's a very big message and a precondition to everything that could be of any hope in Gaza.
To look towards the future, perhaps. Hemi, it's a beautiful message. And I just want to ask also, over all of these years, you talk about the trials and tribulations of even just living here in Israel. What has kept you and your family going? What would you want the public to understand about your experience?
I think that you can look behind me and see my brother. So I think that I know what my brother has been fighting for. And he's been fighting for his family. And he's fighting for the Jewish nation, as he's been fighting from Israel. And when he was told that there is a ceasefire, he put his weapon down, and that's when he was kidnapped. So I think that the message of us, it's that we have to be heroes. We don't have another choice. We have to see that all fallen soldiers are coming back. And it's not just a personal and a family thing. It's something that is important for every family around the world.
Hemi Goldin, thank you so much for being with us and sharing more about your family right now during these very, very difficult days. Thank you.
Please keep us in the news.
We certainly will. Thank you,
Thank you very much.